sadly, totaled that car.
You totaled it?
Totaled it. Right around here, actually. I learned the hard way that rain and Mustangs don't mix, even in the V6 sometimes. So I was coming out of turn.
Hey folks, welcome to another episode of This Old Mustang. Today we have a very special guest with us. You're probably familiar with him. It's none other than the legendary StangMode.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
You laugh, but you have 125,000 subscribers.
Yeah. I mean,
last time I checked, you have 32 million views.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of
StangMode,
views.
you have more viewers than Rachel Maddow on CNN.
Well, I attribute it to the Mustangs. I happen to be lucky enough to share
Don't
my
sell
passion.
yourself short. You got a charismatic personality.
All right, well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
That's just incredible. Did you think you were going to get to that point?
No, you know, with the medium of social media and YouTube, I'm such a passion. Like, I'm a fanboy of Mustangs, first of all, but I have such a passion for the brand, and it was my first car, and what it gave me as far as experience of freedom, being on my own, just that visceral experience of Mustang is in my blood. So getting a chance to share that journey with people I would never met like yourself is just an awesome opportunity. I'm just overjoyed to be in this position. So we're excited.
I live vicariously. I watch you. Didn't they fly you out to Detroit?
Yes. You know, you never know who's watching, and luckily, some people at Ford happened to watch some of the content I put out, and they said they'd love to have me out, just like look at some of the new models. First I thought it was a prank or was it real, but when I got the plane ticket in my email, I said, okay, this is pretty real.
Wow.
Pretty real. So,
you must have been blown away by that.
Oh no, it was like, you know, for someone like me who's, you know, such a Mustang guy and a Ford guy, and my dad was a Ford guy, it was like, you know, you can't buy that opportunity. So it was a very priceless moment. Yeah, it's exciting.
That's awesome. Let's have a seat.
Yes.
All right. You kind of segued right up to my first question.
Yeah.
My first question is, everyone has a story, whether it's their favorite football team and their dad loved them, or a car.
Sure.
So why Mustang?
Well, I kind of teased a little bit. It was my first car in high school. I was in shop.
Slow down.
Yes.
That was before the college mama.
This is before. That was college mama came in college.
Well, so what was your first car? Was Mustang?
My first car was a 2000 Mustang New Edge V6 stick shift. So that was my first introduction. It was that or a Jeep. And I said, you know, I think the Mustang looks really cool. So we went for that one, and that was what kind of started the whole thing. So it's been Mustangs ever since. And sadly, totaled that car.
You totaled it?
Totaled it. Right around here, actually. I learned the hard way that rain and Mustangs don't mix, even in the V6 sometimes. So I was coming out of turn, and it was my mistake. I gave it some gas when I should have not, because I was like, you know, even a V6, it sounds good with exhaust cutouts. We just got the exhaust done. We did a custom Flowmaster dual exhaust. So they were single on the V6, and I was with my friend, and we just spun out, hit a guardrail, and so that's when I had to like lick my wounds and wait, and then I had to wait till college, and I got this car.
Now, did you get the college Mamba your first year of college prior to going to college?
It was in the middle of college.
It was in the middle of college.
I saw the light end of the tunnel, and I had a job lined up after my internship, and I said, you know, I want to finance my first car.
And so you went from a New Edge to an S197.
Yeah, so we went to the S197. Loved the body style S197, of course, retro, muscle car looks, and
I like them because they literally look like a 69 Mustang.
Yeah, they look like the old school Mustang. Yeah. So, and I was blown away by it. Of course, being in college, the insurance rates were important, so we stuck on to the V6 a little bit there.
That was my next question. You know, a Mustang enthusiast like yourself, you love the car. I know you know that GTs existed, and yet you chose 2 6-cylinder.
Yes, I did. Mostly simply due to the fact of insurance.
Okay.
You know, I would have gone for the 4.6s if I could, but when the insurance rate came back, I said, you know what, we'll just go for looks, and there'll be one day when we can fight to have a really powerful one, which is kind of like we're here now.
Yeah, I would say so.
So now, yeah, it's been a great journey. And to experience every different kind of community, too. The V6 community I love. I got to know them very well. Of course, I wasn't on social media at that time. But we had our own little thing, and we had fun with meets and mods and all that good stuff. So.
Okay.
And the V8 guys always teased me, but it was okay. It was good. It was powerful.
And then, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
In the sequence of events, you went from a V6, although it's not a normal 4-cylinder, to the EcoBoost.
Yes. What happened with that was this car I had to sell because my wife and I wanted to buy our first house, and I was Mustangless, and I felt like empty inside. I would go with my buddies, they'd have their Mustangs, and I was like, and I was commuting back and forth to the law firm where I worked, and the commute was like boring. I had like a boring car. This is regular. I think it was a Camry or something. And I said, I need to worry about gas. So I'm always looking at economical reasons. And they had this EcoBoost, and I said,
Which dealership was it?
It was a Holman right up here in Turnerville.
Okay.
And the
What year was the EcoBoost?
2015.
2015.
The new S550 body style that came out. And I said, I really love that body style. But again, we just had our first child, and we were trying to see what's smart. And I said, it's stick shift.
It was a stick shift.
Stick shift, yeah. It was stick shift. All my Mustangs were stick shift until the Mamba.
Right.
So we got that. Loved that car. We modified the heck out of it.
Well, slow down.
Yeah.
Okay, now, were you watching YouTube at this time?
I was watching YouTube. I started watching YouTube aggressively when I got the EcoBoost because I was looking for videos on the car.
Right. So you're like, I got an EcoBoost. Let me go on YouTube and see what mods I can do and how they run and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And when did the idea first strike you? Hey, I got an EcoBoost. Let me make my own channel.
I didn't find any videos on it, and I went to my local muffler shop here, and we did a muffler delete.
Okay.
And I put a video out, and at that time, like to me, it got like 3,000 or 4,000 views. So that's a lot of people. And then I started interacting with the comment section. And people say, I got a Mustang EcoBoost too, blah, blah, blah. So we just started talking shop. And I said, this is pretty cool. So then I got wheels, and we did some other things. We got like ceramic coating done, tinted windows, and just kind of did the steps.
And each mod was an episode.
Each mod was an episode, and just kept stepping up. And then...
How long was it before you took the EcoBoost to ATCO?
I think it wasn't long at all. I think we took it about 3 months in.
Did you run it stock first to get a baseline?
No, I don't think we did. I think we ran it with it was tuned by Adam Tune, and my goal was to run 12s with it, stick shift. So.
Adam's Tunes. I got a quick question for you. For myself. I had a tune at a speed shop, the S197 behind us, and the rev limiter won't cut off.
Okay.
And this guy is not great. He won't get back to me. I said, well, we got to switch. I can't keep my eye on it all the time. Sometimes I over rev it and the valves will float. So if I put another tune in that, will that override the existing tune?
Yes.
Okay. How's this Adams guy?
He's good. He's good.
All right. Okay, so we're in the EcoBoost.
Yes. And we were in the EcoBoost, and the channel was okay. We had about 3,000 or 4,000 subs. We were doing like nothing crazy, but I enjoyed it. I wasn't getting paid for it. It was just a passion.
You weren't monetized.
No. It was the passion thing. And no, I was monetized, but I'm talking about like it was like $30 a month. It wasn't crazy.
That was before they changed the monetization.
Yeah, they changed it up. They switched it up, and the real change in the channel was in 2017. There was a leaked 2018 rolling footage of a 2018 Mustang. It was yellow, and people hated it, because everyone loved the 15 to 17. They're like, oh, it's the greatest ever. And the 18 came out, and I liked to drag race, even though, I loved the sport. I wasn't always trying to be the great. I would just go and watch a lot. A buddy of mine...
Before you get into the Mamba, what did the EcoBoost run in the cooler Mamba?
We got a 12.9.
That was your best time?
Yeah, that was my best time. We retired at a 12.90. I'm always a 12.9, 11.9. It's always a 0.9.
12.9, that's moving pretty good.
No, it was moving and grooving.
What was the trap speed on that? Do you remember?
I would think it was like 114, 113. Something like that.
I'm an old guy. I had 817 type.
Okay.
I ran 12.9.
Yeah, to me, I get excited every time I break a milestone, but I didn't have...
What mods made it go 12.9?
The mods we had were a upgraded intercooler from ATM. We had cooler intake from JLT. We had an Adam Brunson tune. You know, stock stock turbo, downpipes, straight pipe, and it was on stock tires actually. It did that, and
It launched real good.
it launched pretty good.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't think I know how to drive stick, but that's why I drove until the Mamba. So that's why I was getting a little tired of driving stick. I was like, you know, I'm getting in my late 20s now. I want something with the automatic. So
Okay, so that you stopped at 12.9 and retired it.
yeah.
Did you trade it in for the?
Yes.
Okay.
The original video of me getting the Mamba was I actually traded in the EcoBoost. That
Made a
same
video out of that.
Yeah, we actually went. The funny thing with the Mamba was that wasn't what I ordered. I'll tell you that the timeline was I saw that car. It had a digital dash. I'm a big Knight Rider fan. I grew up watching Knight Rider, so I always loved the digital dash. And my buddy, who was a drag racer, said, listen, stop messing with this stick shifts. This thing has a 10-speed in it. That's what you want for drag racing. So I listened to him, actually, because I was going to order it with stick. He said, get the stick, get the automatic, trust me. So I said, all right. So that video came out in 2017 of the rolling car. Everyone said it was ugly, looked like catfish. And I started doing videos, which started to grow the channel of like, my orders in, what color should I get? I started engaging with the community a little more. The channel started gaining some traction. And then what happened was I happened to get one. This is what really helped me a lot. Was someone who watched the channel, a dealer, said, "Listen, this is like in I think it was like November, October of 2017."
2017.
He said, "I have a 2018 Mustang here, black. I know you ordered one through Hallman. I know because I ordered them. I used to go through them.
What color were you originally?
I had a red one. I had a red one, red interior, and I have a black one here. Just come check it out." He knew I was going to go crazy when I saw it, and I saw it. It was performance pack, 401A package. It had all the bells and whistles.
Performance pack. What were the stock gears in that?
Stock gears 355.
355.
355, and I went there and I said, you know what? I'm gonna have to get this. So I ran home, grabbed my wife, came back, got a babysitter, went over there, traded in the EcoBoost, and we got the black Mamba.
And you had the. Was that a 2018 is a
Gen 3.
Gen 3. So you were already pumping out 460 horsepower.
460 horse, and literally 3 days later. What was also great was, being the first to the dance is important in the social media game. I was one of the first on YouTube to have a 2018. So I was able to take it to drag strip, like one immediately. Those videos, I wasn't used to those kind of views. We got 100,000, 50,000 views.
Wow.
I wasn't used to that.
Wow.
And then all the community was watching. So that car went 12.3 stock and a quarter mile.
12.3.
Yeah. And we all was shocked. I was like, I freaked out.
That's rock and roll.
And to do a 12.9 to 12.3 was crazy. This was like off the showroom floor.
Out of the box.
Out of the box.
I have a lot of adrenaline pumping right now.
Like nuts.
The fact that we did what we did.
And loving it. Car only had 200 miles on it.
1240.
People were killing me, like breaking
119.
in.
This is a
And
fast
I was
car.
just so in love with the way the car was moving and grooving. And put a tire on it. Still stock everything. We just all we did stock wheels too. Put a Mickey Thompson on it.
That's what I was thinking
Yeah.
about.
They fit. They make them for all sizes now.
Right.
And they fit right on the stock wheel, and we went 1180s, and it
Wow.
was crazy. So
Wow. Normally aspirated.
Yeah.
1180s at
And
probably 125 miles an hour.
it was 119.
119.
Crazy. And that was December of 2017. And then things started really picking up from there as far as the growth. And
When did you start putting E85 fuel in?
we didn't start that till the 2018. It was spring.
Mm-hmm.
Rob Shoemaker took the car, and we got a JLT cooler intake, put E85 in it, and that's when we went the magical 11.3, which where we were just with a tune.
1123, right?
Yes.
I remember
Yeah.
you got out of the car and you were so excited.
That's when the Black Mamba was born, actually. That's when I freaked out like a schoolgirl, because I was shocked that with the E85 tune, cooler intake and a tire.
11.3.
The
My
car
hands
was
are shaking.
due almost 10
11.3
seconds
and
back.
123.
Over the moon, and I think my genuine, kind of kooky craziness, excitement for the car is what translated. People wanted to keep watching the progression of the car. So that was it was a match made in heaven, and then we kept growing, and then that's when the email came from Ford, and kind of kept going from there. So
Wow.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
when things really started to
They started to go up. Yeah.
take off.
Yeah.
Now, you didn't retire the Mamba. The Mamba obviously just ran 8s the other day.
Yeah.
When did you get the Hulk in all of this?
Well, what happened was so everyone's waiting for the 2500 GT500 to come out, and it was a little delayed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I did the same kind of recipe where I was getting excited about. They had this Venom Kills Demon thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know what they were doing. We didn't know the horsepower. We didn't know the specs. We didn't know nothing. So we started to since we were able to go to social media events through Ford, did videos like kind of like talking blogs and rumors, news, whatever about it. My journey then became, while we wait for the 500 to come out, let's see if we can get a 10-second naturally aspirated Mustang out of the Mamba. Now, going from 11.2 to a 10.9 was a lot longer than I had thought, because I just kept doing 11.2, 11.2, 11.2.
I remember your wife drove it once.
Yeah.
She got an 1130 out of it.
Yeah. It should have been a bracket car. It's so consistent. Ended up happening was the car actually went down for just a few months. We had trouble with the diff. Got the diff replaced, and then at the end of 2018, I believe it was 2018.
Now let me ask you. At this point, you're starting to get some decent checks, some income off the
YouTube,
channel. And did that help sustain the build?
Yeah, basically what happened was YouTube started paying the car payment. So that's how I convinced the wife that this is good. Because it started to pay for the car payment, car insurance. So I was like, hey, listen, it's a hobby and it's paying for it. So that allowed her to convince me to go keep doing these things. And what went crazy, I think what really blew the channel up again even further was as 2019 came and we got to know the GT500 was being
StangMode?
Yeah.
I watched one of your videos the other day, and it was January 2019.
Okay.
And you had 47,000 subscribers at that point.
Yes.
And now we're at 125,000.
Yes.
That's a massive quantum leap.
Yes. It's funny because I try to keep, because I get excited. I try not to. I'm humbled by the perspectives that you're telling me with the numbers. I don't really look at the numbers. I try to say what is something cool that I want to do with my car that I want to show the community that we can do today. Because a lot of times what happens, you get so worked. When I did this in the beginning, when I did the EcoBoost, I got so worked up in the numbers that it kind of like overwhelmed me. Now I'm just like, let me make some fun stuff and let's see what happens. But yeah,
just let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, let the chips fall where they may, because I'm trying to get too high or too low with a video that's great or does, if it does phenomenal, yes, we'll celebrate. But if it doesn't do too well, then we go back to the drawing board and see how we can improve. But it is fantastic to see the growth to this point, because we are very centric. We're very niche audience, if that makes sense. Like, if you're a standard car channel, of course you have everything at your disposal. But because my passion,
I know you love them all, though.
Yeah, I love them all. But my passion, nothing gets my heart moving, or nothing stops me in my tracks if it has a pony on. So that's kind of like where it's at. So I flirted with getting the C8. We didn't decide not to go that route, but GT500 was pretty cool in 2019 to be able.
Between you and I, GT500 is 100 times cooler than a C8.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a fire-breathing dragon.
Yeah.
And it's macho.
Yeah, I agree, and I can't wait to get it back.
It's got the Shelby name on it.
I wish you would have had it here. If your audience is wondering, the 500 should be back shortly. We're waiting to get it back from a deer hit, but we'll get it back.
Oh, the Hulk. I saw that.
So
that was very little damage, and yet, I mean, visually, you might not even have noticed it.
No, you could have. I could have kept getting. I was under the impression it would take a week to finish, but you were sitting here a month later and it's still not finished. So hopefully next week.
What's the part that's holding it up?
The part is actually we just got it. Actually, a long story short, I have to tell my channel. I'll tell yours sooner. This is why the Mustang community, in my opinion, is so fantastic. A gentleman who has his own GT500 has taken that part off his car and sent it to me. And I'm going to send him the part that comes in. So that's how great the community is. The parts.
Are you a member of the South Jersey Mustang Club?
No, I'm not a member, unfortunately. But
have you thought of that?
No, I haven't thought about it just because there's so many clubs, and I'm not really good at keeping up with my. People sometimes need me to do things. And
have you let go of your day job yet?
Well, the day job let me go this year because of COVID.
Right, but people are going back now.
Well, I did get the call back, but we decided to stick with what we're doing. And
oh man,
we're going to keep.
So
moving
your
forward.
job is just to Gold.
Yeah.
You're a racer.
Yeah,
You're Big Daddy Don Garland's.
my job is to...
You're modern day racing.
Yeah, it's a great thing to be able to say, hey, listen, let's go out there and let's make our cars faster and throw it on tape and see how we can do. So it's fun. It's a great thing and it's fun. And you know, we started doing some big things the last 2 years when we got to 500. And
is the Hulk going to go faster than the Mamba?
Right now, I think Mamba has the title right now because 8-9 is that's moving.
It's hard to beat.
That is a roller coaster ride.
It's hard to beat.
And
looked like you were pulling the tires a little bit.
Yeah, it has a Steeda suspension. So the way it's set up is that it's the front adjustable shocks. So it lets it raise, but doesn't let it go all the way up. Because obviously in drag racing, it looks cool. It looks all cool. You do wheelies, but at the same time, it's not good for the time because your travel is not good for the 60.
Well, I think I saw a video where the electric GT500
yes
raced a normally aspirated, or not normally
supercharged,
supercharged, of course it's supercharged, and he popped a wheelie like 45-degree angle, and the other one just went blew his doors off.
Yeah. The wheelies are cool though. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind doing them, but you know, in terms of getting the best time, you want to keep it planted. So that's the way it's set up with Steeda, who's a great partner in this build. So, and that leads me to also, besides Ford invited me, having to talk about the partners in the business of the aftermarket of Mustang, between V&Ps on the Mamba, there's their blower, Steeda Autosports, Pompey's Dyno, Rob Shoemaker, they tune the car. So these people have also recognized the value of partnering up and making the car faster because racing is not cheap. But what happens when you have fantastic partners and viewers to help support the build, it makes it a lot easier to do so and have fun doing it. So yeah, it's fantastic.
That's amazing. That's a terrific story.
Yeah.
That is a terrific story, and now you're at the point where this is your full-time job.
Yep, we're doing it, and
what could be funner than that?
It is pretty fun. I mean, I wake up every day and it's a joy and it's a challenge too, because what happens is you want to see not only just I don't want to just throw. I want to be able to, if you're any kind of a chef or entertainer, you want to put out something that someone can consume that they enjoy. So I don't want to just put out something that's like not, let's make some fun, let's see what happens. So that's the reason we went to Indianapolis. We just came back and saw the electric Cobra Jet and saw it run because it's cool, and the audience that has taken their time, and I appreciate them to watch and subscribe. I can hopefully make it worth their while that they took their time to watch by showing them some of these awesome builds besides my own. So we go see the Cobra Jet, or we go race our Hellcat friends, or we go race our Corvette friends, and we have fun, and it's all for fun at the end of the day. So.
Well, I think I'm probably going to have to end up with a Coyote because I don't think I'm going to get anywhere with the 3-valve.
Well, you know what? I tell you what, I have a passion for all the Mustangs, even like EcoBoost V6, Coyotes, 3 valves, 2 valves, 4 valves, because they have their own kind of story, right? Because it's not always about the fastest. It's about what's the most fun and the community's having the greatest time. And I had a great time in every community. And as long, like I said, it's a Mustang, then I'm part of it.
Well, it's very impressive. It's very impressive, and I really wanted to hear this story, how it just gradually builded from all the way up to what it is now.
And like I said, I'm humbled at this opportunity. Please subscribe to his channel. I appreciate it.
I have one more question.
Yes.
My best friend Johnny
is
probably your biggest fan.
All right.
He watches your episodes like it's a TV show. He waits for it to come out.
All right.
All right. And he drives a 2012 Coyote with a 6-speed manual.
Wonderful.
Okay, he's got a Barton short throat shifter. He's got an X-pipe. He put GT500 mufflers on the back because the axle back is too much drone, he said.
Sure.
Okay. He just received in the mail on Saturday his 373 ring and pinion.
All right.
Okay. And he's waiting on the Bama tune.
Okay.
Should wake that car up pretty well.
Yeah.
Should he install the gears first and then put the tune in after when he gets it?
Yeah.
Or should he do it all at the same time?
I would do it all at the same time. I would take it to the shop, put the gears in, load the tune up, and have some fun.
All right.
So it should be pretty good.
All right. I've been trying to get him out.
Yeah, tell him I said hi, and love to meet him one day. We're gonna do more meets.
I got to put that in the body shop. I damaged the front fender a little bit.
Oh, we always say it never ends. There's always something.
That's why it never ends.
Yeah, it's always part.
It's like, okay, I got it just the way I want it. Oh, got to replace the front bumper.
Yeah.
And
always,
fix the hood.
Always.
So while that's in the shop, I'm hoping he'll let the 2012 stand in as a proxy.
Sure.
And,
yeah. I mean, that's part of the fun too. Is like your buddies, they have their Mustangs, you borrow them, you run them, you race them, you have fun with it. So.
Okay. Anything I missed so far?
I do want to say that we just started this year our giveaways, which are pretty cool. Just an opportunity to have someone have their own Mustang for grabbing some merch like this is pretty awesome. So we had our buddy Spencer, who won a GT500. That was
GT350?
No. We had our first giveaway was GT500.
Did I miss that?
You might have missed it. It was the beginning of the year.
Oh,
it was during
wow.
all the crazy 2020 stuff. But Spencer won he's only 20 years old. He won a GT500, and now we have our new winners coming this week. So we do about 3 a year, giving away some Mustangs. So
And
it's
you
pretty cool.
typically do the mystery box, or?
Mystery Box is completely new this year. It was a completely new project. So we'll try different ideas, different marketing things. So we'll see, because unfortunately these cars aren't cheap. These 350s are pretty pricey, and we want to give people an opportunity to get a cool car, so it's pretty fun. So the merchandise pays for the car, pays for the shipping, pays for the staff, and then we're going to have a cool opportunity if someone picks up a cool car out of the process.
All right. Sounds great. I look forward to watching the further evolution.
Well, as long as people keep watching, we'll keep doing
You may
it.
end up as big as Jay Leno's garage.
Well, listen, I tell you what, that guy is an inspiration as well, and he's a great name in the car community, and it's a blessing to even be mentioned in this interview. So I appreciate
Maybe
that.
he'll be calling you out there to test drive.
Well,
the
you never know. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for coming out,
Thank you.
StangMode.
God bless you.
Say hello to Johnny.
Johnny, what's up? Look forward to seeing you soon.